Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the specific area of accounting and financial management for bankers. And this is for the JIB examination 2025 and this is our YouTube channel JIB CIB English Medium. Okay everyone, let's talk about this specific area. Today I'm going to talk about operational aspects of accounting. That's one of the last chapters of Module A, I believe. Actually, it's the last one, right? So when we talk about the specific area of this particular chapter, it's more about how does a bank do its accounting, how the accounting thing works in a specific bank statements. See, when we talk about a business and when we talk about a proprietorship, we have learned all that in module A altogether, right? So when we talk about learning all these things in the process of that is in the process of bank, it's slightly different from others because bank is also an organization which receives money, right? So how does it look into that particular thing? What are the specific aspects of the treatment of their accounting and all that thing we'll be talking about in detail just now. Everyone, let's begin with the session. Please share the session, like the session, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Okay, everyone, let's look at this particular part all together. Okay. See, when we talk about the bank accounting portion that we are understanding in this area, operational aspects of accounting, they have something called financial reporting. Financial reporting is based upon their balance sheet, P&L accounts. Balance sheet is the net worth of the organization, what kind of money the organization earns, and how does it entirely work is covered in the area of financial reporting. The report tells you about the profit, it tells you about the losses of the organization, and every other aspect which relates to the financial knowledge of that particular organization. Here it is back. Okay, so then operational transparency, when the organization is making money, not making money, having losses, having profits, what happens with your money in the bank, everything is recorded under the operational aspects of banking there. So in this case, what do? They provide fair and picture of the business operations of the bank there. In terms of accounting, it gives you the financial position. That is, it reflects accurate financial status of that specific period. Normally, what is the financial period of a bank there? The financial period for a bank starts from 1st of April, just like every other organization in our country, and it ends on 31st of March 2020, whatever the specific year is. Okay, right now it is, we have started with 2024 to 2025. That's our current financial year for which we are looking forward to. This is 2024-25, right? Acha, now in terms of this area, what do they do exactly? Every transaction affects two accounts. Again, we know about this particular part as well. When we talk about the accounts there, it affects two specific areas, everyone. What are the two specific areas? Every single account affects two things, that is both your debit side and your credit side. Okay, so in this specific area, what do we understand? That means in cases any transaction, whatever the transaction would be, it affects not one area but actually two. What are the two areas it affects? That means, see, if I receive money, then I will receive money from someone, and in a certain way I'll receive money. So there must be a reason for that, na? So if it gives Mr. X gives me money, so it's like I have got money and got from Mr. X. So both of those things has to be connected there, na? So in this case, what do we do overall? When we are talking about this, this is like customer deposits 2000 in cash. So in this case, what happens? You bank receives cash and it goes into the customer account. So what you see is, if you open the customer account, what happens, everyone? If I put money into my account, I receive a message that your account has been credited. What does it mean? This means that my account is being created with that specific account altogether. In this case, they are clearly stating that what happens is, there are two accounts involved in it. One is cash and second is the account. Okay, and this goes into my personal account directly. It doesn't go into the company account first and then it goes into my account. No, what happens is, as soon as I deposit money into my account, first of all my account gets updated, the personal ledger, and then the general ledger of the bank gets updated. In this case, what happens is, everything in the bank accounting system is updated as per the current situation, right? Done, everyone? Acha, what's the next part that talks about the unique features of the bank account? What are the specific unique features of the bank accounting? When we talk about the area of unique features of the bank accounting, it includes the real-time updates. As soon as I put money into my bank, for example, if I put 10,000 rupees, what will happen, everyone? The moment I deposit this 10,000 rupees in my bank account, I receive a message immediately, right? That your account has been created with this particular amount, cash was deposited. Or if even if I deposit a check, it would be updated in the day on the day itself. It will take this much amount of time to deposit the check. Banks are keeping us updated about everything that is happening in the banking area on a real time basis. As soon as it happens, we get a confirmation from the banks. Rather, I think IMPS gives you information right away. NEFT and RTGS can take a little while, but they also signify all that particular part is definitely there, that they will come up and say, "Ki, nahi, this is what we are dealing with currently." They clearly come up and give you all that information, right? And then the next part is voucher posting. What do you mean by voucher posting? Voucher posting is basically documenting everything that is happening in the organization in terms of commercial area altogether. ठीक है, that includes direct posting to individual accounts. Whatever individual account we're talking about, we have to put all that in that specific account itself. Next is daily balancing. What they do is they compile the entire portion they are putting in the organization in terms of the all the transactions. They will compile the entire day's transactions. By the end of the day, they will prepare a trial balance. General ledger trial balance includes the entire commercial transactions, whatever has happened during the specific year. This is during the specific day altogether in the organization. It is all covered in this area. Okay, so this plays quite an important role because that means the books of the accounts of the banks are updated on a daily basis. It's not on a monthly basis or yearly basis only, but again they are compiling the entire notes wala area on a daily basis, which makes the specific bank accounts hard to go through any kind of I would say frauds and all, है ना? Because frauds can happen when things take a lot of time before it happens. Then there you do a lot of things there, na? So you don't, if you don't do that specific part, obviously what happens is the updation can be at this point of time or maybe later, but whatever updates we are putting up in that specific area, it is again going to help the organization to grow. So basically the daily balancing is keeping all that specific thing in terms of the working there, all specified in terms of whatever has happened during the specific year altogether. Year, day, everything. Even quarterly, they prepare the books of accounts. I think it's doubling, tripling, and whatever we talk about the repetition in terms of updation and noting down all these things is definitely a solid point in terms of banks. Right? Acha, chaliye. Now with this, there's something else I wanted to discuss as well, everyone. We are conducting a felicitation ceremony. ठीक है, Officer 24/7 is conducting a specific felicitation ceremony on 2024 2025. This is where we'll be honoring all the JIB and CIB achievers. This is conducted on 11th of January. Time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It would start at 10 a.m. in the morning and it would end at 5 p.m. in the evening. Right, so the venue is our organization itself, that is at a 24/7 office, second floor, Tar A, Unitech Cyber Park, Sector 39, Gurugram, Haryana. For this, what you need to do is you need to fill up the Google form attached in description. So please do not miss this celebration of your incredible achievements, everyone. Note, travel reimbursements are provided. That means everyone who is looking forward to this particular felicitation to be there, please make sure that you are definitely getting all the things done before time so that you can be a part of our journey, right? So just a moment, let me show you in case you are going for it. Then where can you find the Google Forms, right? I'll tell you about the Google Forms as well. Just a moment. Look at this part. This is our, everybody just look at this part. The registration link is given here. You will find it in the first video of our area itself. What you need to do is click on this area, HTTP forms and all. Just click on this specific one. It is in the very front of the YouTube channel. Even the first video has got this in the description. Just go to the specific area, and once you will open this, here comes the form there. Just a moment, it's loading right now. See, this is the specific form where we are welcoming you for the felicitation program by the officers of the 24/7 JIB CIB area. So this is the entire form. What you need to do is you need to sign in with the Google, and then fill up the entire form. Full name, your email ID, your phone number, your city, your state, your designation, your bank name, your experience, and the examination that you have cleared. Whether you have recently cleared your JIB, CIB, at what point of time have you cleared it, all that particular part is also something that you can share with us. If you have cleared in October, November, or November, December, or earlier, you can definitely come up. There's no point that we are asking only the people who have recently cleared. If you couldn't be there earlier, now you can definitely join up. And if you'll be joining the specific program, then you can definitely let us know about the same. And if you have any questions regarding the same, you can definitely like that part as well. And then you just have to click on I agree, and you have to pursue the particular form further. Just click on there of submit, and you'll be done with it. Okay, so everyone who's preparing and for their future further and want to celebrate their felicitation portion with us, if that's a JIB or CIB, please share all this with all the people there. And thank you so much for that particular part, and congratulations everyone who have cleared it up. And please, everyone who will be watching this video, please share this among your peers. Okay, now coming back to the specific area, we were talking about our oh, just a moment. There it is. Just a moment. Here comes the specific area. We talked about this part. Now coming to the further part. Okay. Now comes the different types of bank transactions. What kind of different kinds of bank transactions are there? First part is your cash transactions. What do you mean by the cash transactions? Cash transactions matlab the transactions which involve the movement of money. That is to be considered here. Okay, and then we have the non-cash transactions. Non-cash transactions involved accounts that may include customer or internal bank accounts. All this part is there. Okay, anything that is happening within the organization, and then there is no specific movement of funds, it's covered under non-cash. If there's a movement of funds only, then it is considered as cash transactions. Okay, for example, I wanted to update my one of my FDs there. There is nothing that is happening. Taken. I just wanted to get the certificate there. There is no movement of funds, but yes, it has to be recorded. If I am getting my passbook updated, then there is no movement of funds again. But there is a particular thing which is going on. So all that part is definitely a part of the transactions, but not really a transaction which is noted down in that way. Then comes the important portion. Vouchers in the bank accounting. What do you mean by vouchers? Vouchers are physical, or you can say physical, or the virtual portion is also there. Matlab in terms of banks, there they have got so many softwares in which they actually generate the vouchers online even. So vouchers are basically the documentation of the transaction. Whatever transaction has happened, it would be noted in the area of vouchers altogether. In terms of vouchers, what happens is debit voucher. Debit voucher is basically something which talks about expenses wala area. That means customer checks, then withdrawal forms, then drafts, bank issued instruments. They're all a part of debit vouchers. Then we talk about the credit vouchers. Credit voucher is basically something which includes all the transactions where bank is basically on the credit side. How does it happen? People deposit money, so you get money. Okay, this is all the expenses of the banks, and this is all the incomes of the banks. Application for financial instruments and the government challans. All these things are a part of the credit vouchers. the transactions in which you'll always what will happen is you will have incoming of funds as well as outgoing of funds in terms of being a bank. Okay, so that is, it records both the debit and the credit entries often used for internal bank transactions. So all that part is to be considered in the area of composite vouchers there. Okay, then comes computerization in the bank accounting. How do we define the term computerization? Computerization has happened long back in terms of the banking area. I hope you already know about that part as well. Every banker is right now working with different softwares. For example, I've been on bank audits, and also there we were using Finacle. Then I've used banks there. So every single bank has a different software through which they are currently working and making their working better. Okay, so the every transaction is right now in the automated process. It is not in the process of just physically filling up the forms and then physically keeping all the documents. No, it is on both the areas. Currently, though, we are not converted into the total automation. I'm sorry. At the same time, we haven't stayed in the area of complete manual as well. We are somehow in between the phases. Maybe we are half done with the specific area of automation and half done with the area of in the area of softwares that we are using. So softwares can also be taken in. There is no hard and fast rule that everything has to be recorded in the softwares itself. Okay, so that's another important area to work upon. So basically what happens in computerization, we have data entry. So staff enters every transaction. Then there's an authentication. How do we do that authentication part? There are passwords, there are permissions that is required whenever one particular person has taken up the work. And then comes automated processing. In terms of automated processing, we have system updates. Okay, this is what we are doing or whatever we are not doing. So all that particular part, the systems are updated at the same time. They are always kept up to date in terms of the working. So basically updating on a daily basis, and whenever that specific real time comes, they will further recheck everything and then provide you the details, so that whenever you want your details, it should be as per the actual figures, right? Then comes what is the importance of the manual system. It always existed and it is still existing, but what is the specific benefit this system is providing? See, the portion which is right now still manual, it can be really helpful in terms of customer service. Whosoever is addressing you or they are looking forward towards working, there are not everything can be done on that in uh, the digital basis, na? So if I want to transfer funds from one bank to another bank and I am a senior citizen, then obviously I don't know how to do that part in the app itself. So what will I do? I'll specifically come to the bank to get my money sorted there. Right, and then we have the audit compliance. With the manual system, I believe one of the benefits is the vouchers can be prepared in a very easier way. So this is your audit compliance there. Okay, whatever audit we are conducting, all that part has to be done. It includes the specific area of whatever the audited inquiries are. All the vouchers can be easily submitted. Then process clarity should be there. You should understand the underlying accounting principles. So whatever is happening in the accounting area, that has to be known with us. So computerization, see, but earlier it used to be like the audit used to be around the computer. Right now, the audit is off the computer softwares. This happens because the point is that everything is recorded in the books of accounts through the softwares itself. So what do they do just to check the particular processing? They put dummy entries and see whether the dummy entries are being processed properly or going to the specific head only that they were supposed to go, is a part of this kind of audit. So this is how they come to know whether the particular organization is doing well or it isn't. Okay, and again, knowing whether the organization is doing well or not is very important. Because if the organization is not doing well, that can harm the entire bank badly, right? Now comes the next part, everyone. Accounting software. What are the specific accounting software that we use in this specific area, everyone? Number one is your customized software. Customized software matlab there are specific tailor-made softwares that we use. Banks, Finacle, both of them are basically a part of these customized softwares. Next part is your varied hardware. See, if I whether I'm using a specific hardware in a certain manner or not is something that I have to see na. How do we work, everyone? See, when we talk about this specific area, what do we do? In this case, the first part is computer software. Computer software, banks, Finacle, they are all a part of this. Then comes varied hardware. So when we talk about the varied hardware, how does it work? The hardware can be bigger servers, smaller servers, all those things, है ना? And the next part is security level. What do we have in the security levels? So security levels includes putting up of passwords and all. ठीक है ना? This has to be a part of it. All those passwords are there so that there is no issue in terms of your authenticity or the person who's entering or not. Then comes the transaction types. What kind of transactions are we dealing with? The transactions that we are dealing with are financial transactions, non-financial transactions. All those things are super important. There are diverse operational needs that they have to cater, you know. Then what next is there? Each bank accounting system is designed to meet the specific requirements of the stakeholders or the shareholders. See, both the stakeholders and shareholders are a part of it. When we talk about the area of stakeholders are bigger than shareholders. Shareholders are the people who have invested their funds. While when we talk about stakeholders, these are those people who are not only investing their funds, or they can be anybody who's outside. For example, government can be a part of it as they receive taxes from you, right? And not only this, but they also look forward towards the researchers. They are looking into our particular area, and researchers, then government, then our debtors or creators. These people are super interested in what is happening in the organization. So whenever we are doing any transactions as a bank, we have to make sure that we are inculcating all these things in that specific area. Acha, what happens is, see, there's a sample transaction. If I deposit money into the bank, they have 2 points. Debit side is for withdrawal in your bank account, and credit side is where we talk about deposit in your bank account. So whenever we are depositing something, my bank account increases because money goes into the bank. And if I deposit cash, we deposit check, in both the areas, it is all the same. And then we talk about when we are clearing a check, matlab clearing credit, matlab I deposit a specific check on certain date and then it got cleared. So I will get the particular account credited. Then any money which is going out, that is your check payment or draft purchase, whenever you make a payment to someone, this is on the debit side and this is basically a minus item. Then everyone got the specific idea. This is how your checkbook, this is your passbook. How your passbook looks like. The debit side is for the withdrawal in your bank account, and then credit side is for the deposit. Right? Then now let's look at the specific area of further in terms of savings done. This is your saving a bank account. Everyone, I hope this helps you out in terms of understanding how does the entire passbook works. Acha, now comes the specific area of how does this impact your other accounts. If you deposit money, this is basically cash deposit, debit to the cash account and credit to the person's account there, whose account is debit, whose we are putting in a specific person's account altogether. Na? So this would be put there. We clear the transactions even. See, if I put a check, I put a check in my specific bank account. So when I'm trying to deposit a check, it will go to my home branch. From the home branch, it would be cleared, and then I'll receive funds into my bank account, and then that physical check will also be destroyed further, so that it cannot be used again. So this is the impact on other accounts. My account and the account in terms of its if it is from my side, then it will impact my account only, and I'll receive cash or I'll deposit cash. So in this case, it is only me who's getting affected. But if I am receiving funds from, say, my mother, so what will happen? My mother's account would be debited while mine account would be credited, because they would be losing funds and I would be gaining. That is a part of the entire working where we talk about impact. Okay, so in terms of this, we have general ledger. By the end of the day, the entire debits and credits are noted. You prepare a proper trial balancer. So that is what we talk about in this area. Then, first of all, what do? We collect all those vouchers, we gather all the specific transactions, whatever has happened, and we have physical papers to basically support the transaction. Then we summarize the specific thing, we prepare a proper trial balance, and then we post it to the general ledger. And then we basically update our saving bank control account. This is what we cover in the area of general ledger impact. So personal ledger is your personal account, and then we talk about general ledger is basically the ledger which is of the entire organization in terms of branch altogether. So they fill up everything in that general ledger later, but my personal accounts are updated first, so that my account, if has got 10,000, that 10,000 is visible everywhere. Then it is basically something which is updated in the area of what it is to be seen in the specific area of my bank account as well. So all that part should be there now. Based upon this, everyone, let's begin with the questions. Done? Chaliye, let's begin with it, everyone. What's the first question? The first question says that which of the following pairs of accounts will be affected when the customer deposits cash in their account? What's going to be the answer, everyone? Which of the following pairs will be affected when a customer deposits in their account? Cash to customer, customer to cash, revenue to cash, or bank account to revenue account? See, in this case, you will have to understand that one thing is that you are getting money into their bank accounts, right? And if I am putting money into Mr. X's bank account, then what is bank doing? Bank is receiving funds, and that too from Mr. X. So you have to remember that bank has got money from Mr. X. The account is basically created in this case. So what will happen in this case, everyone? We will credit the Mr. X's account in this case. You have cash on the debit side and customer account on the credit side. Done? That's A. Customer account to cash, the correct answer is actually A. So then revenue account to cash, then bank account to revenue account. Done. Here comes the next question. In the manual operations, what is the sequence of recording accounting entries in banks? Ledger, control account, journal, then journal, ledger, trial balance. Then we have the specific area of ledger, journal, control account, and general ledger. And the next part is your control account, ledger, and debook. What's going to be the answer? See, when we talk about your ledgers, their ledgers are basically the compiled form in terms of which we record everything that is happening. So in this case, what do? They normally record in this manner. So you first of all put that particular part in your ledger, then it is basically journalized, and then we talk about the control account, and then the entire account of general ledger. So in terms of automation, this is what will happen in terms of your working. Done, everyone? Easy question. We are going to say the correct answer here is C. Chaliye. Looking at the specific question further, the answer is C. Next point. What happens at the end of each day in your accounting process? All vouchers are discarded, or debit and credit vouchers are summarized on voucher summary sheets. A weekly trial balance is prepared, or ledgers are written manually. Ledgers is something we don't say we can write manually. It is going to be such a time consuming task. All vouchers are discarded. If you discard all the vouchers, then why did you spend so much of time in making them during the day? And the debit and credit vouchers are summarized in terms of voucher summary sheets. This is something that we can do. All the vouchers are basically further compiled, and once you have compiled all the vouchers, then this can help you to understand the trial balance of the organization altogether as well, because all the transactions are individually recorded here na. For example, if I came to the bank to take a loan, all that specific documentation that I would have submitted, they would be attached with the specific loan they released for me. So this will help in terms of auditing that whatever the organization has asked me to give them as a security, surety, whatever we talk about, I have given all that part. Once I've given all that part, then they can release the funding for me. So if this is happening, then we need to record all the transaction in terms of whatever is happening during the day has to be recorded by the end of the day. So this becomes a part of your debit, and the credit vouchers are summarized on the voucher sheets. Done. Now let's move on to the next point. It says that answer is B, everyone. So we're done with this. Which of the following statements about the accounting system in the banks is incorrect? The general ledger trial balance is prepared daily in the banks. Then transactions in the banks are always entered in the books of prime entry before posting it to the ledgers. See, if we talk about that partner, whenever a transaction is being done, the transaction first of all goes into my personal bank account first and only in the general ledger, because compilation would be done. But in any case, my bank account has to be credited or debited first of all. Only then the particular portion is worth basically moving on. You should record these things in your books of accounts first. Done. Transactions in the banks. Voucher posting is the primary accounting procedure used in the banks. Or customer accounts in subsidiary ledger are updated immediately after the transactions. What's gonna be the answer, everyone? Which of the following statements about the accounting system in bank is correct? Done, everyone? Chaliye. Now comes the next point, everyone. The answer is basically B there. Transactions in the banks are basically taken directly into your account before putting it further, because your bank account is the first thing has to be updated. Only then you can basically check out the entire books of accounts further as well. Now, then comes what does the balancing of books refers to in the bank accounts process. Balancing means what, everyone? Balancing means you're looking into your books of accounts and finding whatever balance or amount is left. Go ahead and answer, everyone. Take your time. Just a moment. Hanji, what's going to be the answer, everyone? In terms of balancing the books. See, when we talk about balancing the books, you get the final figure that is left. See, the process of preparing the general ledger, trial balance at the end of the fiscal year, reconciling the customer account balances to in respective of their deposit slips. If I deposit money, then I get that specific voucher that a part of it is kept by me and a part goes into the bank there. Then preparing a trial balance in personal ledger and agreeing it with the general ledger control accounts. Last is updating in paying slips and ensuring accuracy in daily transactions. Everyone, the answer is C. That is preparing the trial balance of personal ledger and agreeing it with the general ledger control account. Next question, everyone. It says that when a bank issues a term deposit receipt for a premature closure, if I'm prematurely closing, then definitely I have to pay some kind of, matlab I lose money na, in terms of interest. Which of the following best describes the nature of accounting entry? Then the first part is it would result in credit voucher being prepared for the bank income. It would involve both a debit and credit entry in customer accounts performing a composite voucher. A debit voucher would be generated in terms of the interest payment. The interest is being paid to me. Basically, I'm a client, so then obviously then when the organization is paying anything to the person, then it is an expense for the bank there with the corresponding credit to liability account. Next part is only a debit voucher can be used to settle the account balance. What's the answer? When we talk about this part, it is actually B. In this area, if any specific voucher has got both these aspects, it is called composite voucher. You cannot just purely focus on debit or on the credit voucher. So it is basically both of these has to be considered. And if there is a particular voucher which includes both the areas, it's called your composite voucher. Chali everyone, this was the last question for the day. I hope this particular session was helpful. But before we end the session, I hope you have already got the idea of the felicitation that we are conducting. But before I talk about that further, there is one more thing that I would like to show you. Okay, this is our YouTube channel, everyone. This is where you will find we all are here itself in the we'll be talking about the specific area of our classes further. So then this is our YouTube channel JAIIB English Medium, where you can go on to this area and be a part of our felicitation program. And if you are planning to purchase our courses, then you should do it right away. Just click on the area of adda247.com. Once you click on this specific area, go on to the area of JIB and CIB, then look forward towards JIB May 2025. See, these are the courses then, everyone. If you are planning to purchase our courses, then what you need to do is go ahead and use the code Y. Use the specific code Y. Oh, click on the area of buy now. Use the code Y 541. And once you apply the code there, you will get 80% discount, 1% extra if you download the app. So you should be doing it right away. Go ahead and check out our JIB CIB Mahapack or only JIB Mahapack as well. In the Mahapack, you get all the 4 subjects along with the entire test series. And if we come up with any other batch, crash course, case study, and even revision batches, English medium, bilingual, both, you get all of these things in this particular batch itself. So if you are planning to purchase our courses, then hurry up and just check it out on our website or in our app for further details. What you need to do is just go on to this area. Then in the specific area, you have got 600 hours of live classes. You have got around 894 mock tests in it. is 648 ebooks. Matlab each and every chapter of all the four important all the four compulsory subjects of JIB are covered here. And if you were a part of our previous batches there, then or you want to look at the recorded courses, then this is where you will find our recorded batches as well. So this is where you can look forward to if you want to purchase our courses. Please hurry up and enroll yourself right away, and don't forget to use the code Y541 and get 80% discount on our website, or 1% extra if you download the app. This is our JIB Mahapack altogether. So if you're looking forward towards not only the JIB Mahapack, you want to look at the overall organization there in terms of if you want to take any specific subject, they are also available. PPB, AFM, then we have IE and FS and RPWM, and here comes our increment batches as well as our Vijeta batches. So all these batches are there, so you can purchase any of our courses. So whatever we are dealing with, you can just check it out on our website or in our app for further details, everyone. Okay, don't forget to enroll on our courses right away, because right now it's the perfect time to start, as there's a lot of time left and you can prepare peacefully without any stress and in a proper manner. So I'll be meeting you in the classes there itself. Thank you so much for being there. Bye bye and take care. And have a nice day, and hurry up, enroll